Hey, what is up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement here, and today I'm going to be doing episode 8 of my Black Series update. This is a pretty big Black Series update. There's a lot of quality in this update. Plenty of bangers, so let's get right into it. If you don't know what these are, it's just my Black Series updates that I've been doing where I just show off what figures I have picked up in between the last episode and this episode. If you want to watch episode 7, go ahead and click right up here wherever I decide to put the card. And let's just jump right into it. My first pickup is number 76 in the red and black box line of Black Series, and that is the Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard figure. This is a great figure. I think this is a secret banger. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but just look at this face. Look at that face. I will show more photos throughout the video and at the end just to get a closer look on detail and everything, but this figure is pretty detailed. I wish we could have got the face printing with the other Lando that came out. This is the second Lando that came out. Comes with the axe, comes with the removable helmet. It's a great design from Return of the Jedi. I love that the Black Series has been trying to complete, it looks like they're going to try to complete the Jabba's Palace sequence, and of course, you cannot complete your Jabba's Palace sequence without your boy Lando Skiff Guard version. Up next is number 58 from the red and black box line of Black Series, and that is Rey Island Journey. I believe this is the first Black Series figure to use the photoreal face printing technology, and it looks pretty good. There have been other figures with the photoreal that do look like they have a better face, but this one is still pretty good. Comes with the staff, the lightsaber, the pistol. The cloak on here is removable, and I think it's one of my favorite designs of Rey. She's had like 3 or 4 different designs just in the 2 different movies. Or should I say 3 to 4 different Black Series figures just between the 2 movies, and I think this is my favorite design. You know, when she's at the end of the movie and she's holding the lightsaber to Luke, and it's a super serious moment, and then it just turns into a joke in The Last Jedi? My next 2 pickups, this is a duo. These are a pair, and that is because these are some older figures when the red and black box first came out. That would be number 25, and I got 2 of them. Those, of course, are the Death Troopers, just the regular Death Troopers. One of them was on like super clearance at 2nd and Charles, and then the other one was on clearance at Meijer, because I'm starting to think that the Meijers in our area are starting to clearance out their older Black Series. Like, they still have the First Order Snow Troopers. They have really old inventory, so it looks like they're finally starting to clearance some things out. And you can never have too much troopers. One thing about me as a Black Series collector, I really only army build. You know, I get the first one for full price, no problem, because it's a new figure that I don't have. But if I'm going to army build, I always wait for some sort of clearance. I don't think I ever try to army build when, you know, for full price. It's a little too crazy for me. Not to mention, I think these Death Troopers are great for photography because they're a very solid color, so I think it'll be nice having a nice squadron of Death Troopers for toy photography. Speaking of me not wanting to army build for full price figures, I might have to break that rule. I might have to make an exception, and that is, of course, for number 83 of the red and black box line of Black Series figures, which is the standard battle droid. It folds up. There's a tiny amount of battle damage. The articulation is still, like, pretty cool for a droid figure. He holds the gun perfectly. The backpack comes out. You could put the antenna on instead of the backpack. The gun doesn't have paint apps. You can watch a review for this figure up on the channel. Nate did it somewhere around here. Good old Nate, always reviewing more figures than I do. But what an awesome figure to come out. We've had so many clone troopers. We've had the regular Phase 1 clones with all the different ranks. We've had the Phase 2 clone trooper 4-packs. We're starting to get all the commanders, Captain Rex, Commander Gree, Commander Wolf, Commander Cody. There's so many clones, and we've never had any CIS or Separatists to fight them. So super excited that they finally did the battle droid. Hopefully this means that the super battle droid is coming soon. This one is probably my second favorite pickup of this video. Probably my second favorite. Up next is actually a 3-pack. I believe this was Target exclusive. I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen this at Target. And that is the 3-pack from Rogue One, the Imperial Death Trooper, Captain Cassian Andor, and the Sergeant Jyn Erso from Jedha. This is the Death Trooper Commander variant that has the pauldron on the shoulder and a couple grenades around the belly, and just a little bit more to the figure than the other ones, kind of like the captain of the Death Trooper squad. These are the other 2 figures, and they are in the box for a reason. Up next is number 81 from the red and black box of Black Series, and that is Padme Amidala. When this figure first was announced and they had some promo pictures, I saw a lot of people online worried about the face, which of course also has the photoreal face printing tech. And then Nate got his. He also reviewed this figure on the channel. You could go ahead and watch that. And he told me that his face was kind of messed up. But my Padme is pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Being such a plain and regular figure, you know, it's basically just a white jumpsuit, they still managed to add a lot of nice details in the cape or the robe or whatever you would call that. That is removable. There is paint on both of the guns, the tiny little pistol blaster, and then the battle droid blaster has paint apps. And the battle droid gun that comes with the battle droid doesn't have paint apps. But anyway, they still managed to squeeze a lot of good silver in here and different patterns and a lot of good detail actually for such a plain figure. I love that the Black Series is starting to give a lot more attention to the prequels in general, because regardless of how you feel about the prequels, it's still Star Wars. Honestly, after Rogue One, Last Jedi, and Solo, I've kind of found a new appreciation for the prequels in general. Not that I hate Disney Star Wars or anything. I love The Force Awakens, but Rogue One was just okay to me. The Last Jedi, I hated The Last Jedi, and Solo I just thought was just so unnecessary. It has led me to have a new appreciation for the prequels. I feel like I've always liked the prequels. I mean, of course, as a child, I loved the prequels, and it's this weird relationship I have with them where I like the content of the prequels. It's just when we cut to the dialogue and the romance between Anakin and this girl right here, it just But in terms of the story elements that I do enjoy, the characters, the world building, I actually kind of enjoy the prequels, at least that aspect of it. And watching the Clone Wars TV show definitely gives the prequels justice and shows what they should have been. But anyway, I'm rambling. My second to last pickup just came in the mail today from Big Bad Toy Store, and that is Boba Fett from the Archive Wave. I managed to get a prototype Boba Fett in the blue line of Black Series, but I never actually got a classic, original, regular Boba Fett, which is the superior figure because it has paint apps. Well, with the color scheme is obviously the color scheme from the movie. And I'm super glad to have this. The gun is pretty well detailed. The pistol doesn't have a lot of details on it, but it is still painted silver and brown. It's Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett. And then we are moving on to the final pickup, which also came in the mail with that Big Bad Toy Store package, and that is just this beast of a boy, this hulking lad. And that is General Grievous. Insert overused General Grievous joke here. The arms extend on this guy. You can have him in the 2-arm configuration, but there's 3 different peg holes where you can peg them in for the 2-arm configuration, and then you can spread them apart for, to have all 4 limbs. Comes with all 4 lightsabers, 2 blue, 2 green. He stands up by himself really well because he has those big old claw feet. There is plenty of great detail on him. He's a lighter figure than I expected. And I mean, what is there to say? What else is there to say about this figure other than it is General Grievous? I'm pretty sure we predicted this one. Again, Hasbro watches our videos and decides to make these figures as a result of watching our videos, of course. This is probably like, if back when I first started collecting Black Series, if there was a list I could construct of my own of just all-time Star Wars, the Black Series that we absolutely need, General Grievous is on that list. Like, just how dope is that? Anyway guys, that is it for my Black Series update number 8. We are on episode 8 now, guys. If you like that video, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Tell your friends about it. Show your grandma. I've been Justin from Out of the Basement, and we'll see you guys next time.